Overwatch has seen a recent surge in players due to the new Stadium mode, which is really fun. They recently done collabs with Gundam and Street Fighter. I wanted to get into some predictions regarding some future Overwatch collab. So with that, let's get into it. Anime has been a staple when it comes to collabs in Overwatch. From One Punch Man, Cowboy Bebop, and even My Hero Academia, the possibilities are endless when it comes to anime collabs. One of the popular requests I saw online is Sailor Moon. With the recent Gundam collaboration, I was disappointed that Farah didn't get a skin. I saw a concept online an artist made for her as Sailor Mercury, which looks really well done. Shout out to Lydius on Reddit. With Overwatch doing frequent collabs, it would be cool for other heroes to get skins, unlike the usual suspects like Kiriko and Juno. This concept shows skins for Symmetra, Mercy, and Zarya. I couldn't find the artist who did these. What do you guys think of these? Another anime collab that would go hard is Jujutsu Kaisen. We could have Ram as Sukuna, because of the arms obviously. Next we could have Torb as Volcanic Jogo. Then we could have Reinhardt as a ferocious Maruhaga. The all-powerful Gojo could be Moira. And lastly we could have Panda as Winston, since they both have anger issues. With the recent Transformers collab, the possibilities are endless for future collabs with Mattel toys. The obvious one would be Barbie. Blizzard wouldn't hold back when it comes to putting their most popular heroes as the ones representing Barbie dolls. I could see Diva, Kiriko, Mercy, Widow, Sojourn all getting a skin. I could even see them have Lifeweaver as Ken for this collab. What do you guys think? Another Mattel collab that would be interesting in Overwatch would be Thomas the Tank Engine. Since we had Reinhardt already become Optimus Prime, we can't have him transform into another vehicle. Thomas the Tank Engine can become Bastion. Sir Topman can become Roadhog, since he rarely gets a skin, and deep down Sir Topman might be evil. Wrecking Ball can become Toby the Tram Engine, and Orisa could become Emily. What would you guys think of this interesting collab? A collaboration that would absolutely go hard would be a Fallout collaboration in Overwatch. Season 2 of the show is set to premiere in December of this year, and now that Microsoft owns pretty much everything, something like this needs to happen. Cassidy can become the NCR Ranger with a fully fledged Sequoia as his revolver. Soldier 76 can become Vault Dweller 76, obviously. Reinhardt can rock the Brotherhood of Steel armor, and maybe Ash can become a ghoul and have Bob as her mutant. But if they decide to make a collab specifically revolving around the show, then they'll probably end up making Ash or Juno as Lucy and Cassidy as the ghoul. But I hope they get creative if they decide to do this. Now, so far the predictions have been somewhat possible. But now let's get into some weird and maybe not so possible predictions. First up, how about a Pokemon collab? I know this may never happen due to Nintendo being super protective of their IP, so protective that they were going to have a Fortnite collab but make it only usable on a Nintendo Switch. That's insane. But anyway, let's get delusional for a while. Can you imagine Hammond as Pikachu and his Wrecking Ball as a Pokeball? That would be so dope. Rom can become Machamp because of the arms. Doomfist can become Incineroar, and I could see Tracer and Lucio become Pokemon trainers. Now, one thing with collabs in Overwatch, it wouldn't be a whole new model for the heroes. It's essentially the heroes cosplaying as the collabs. So with them cosplaying as Pokemon, it would look somewhat weird. Over on Reddit, I saw these illustrations by PD Pariah, in which he made a really cool concept. If Blizzard went in this direction, the designs would go crazy, and I know fans would love it. What do you guys think of these? So for this last one, hear me out. I know this might be impossible, but like I said, hear me out. You know how Marvel Rivals was dominating Overwatch for a long time and everyone thought Overwatch was dead? Well, we know Marvel would never collaborate with their rival. So instead of us one day getting Marvel skins in Overwatch, what if we get DC skins in Overwatch? So there's rumors DC might release a Marvel Rivals type game one day. So instead of them making that mistake, they can just have their skins in Overwatch and pretend they can compete with Marvel Rivals. I mean, Widowmaker has a Harley Quinn type skin already, so maybe it's not totally impossible. But who would be who? Reaper can be Batman, it kinda makes sense. We can have Junkrat as Joker, Tracer as Flash, obviously, Hanzo as Green Arrow, obviously, Sombra as Catwoman, makes sense too, she already has a cat suit. And I can see Sigma being Superman. What do you guys think? With the recent release of Stadium, it seems Overwatch is approaching a second prime. With more popularity, means better and bigger collabs. What kind of collabs would you guys like to see in Overwatch? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.